Are you ready to make a video for your organization, but you're worried about somehow messing it up? Or maybe you've had videos made in the past, but they didn't turn out the way that you'd hoped. Well, stop the search. You're in the right place, because in today's video, we're breaking down the most common video production mistakes and, most importantly, how to avoid them. I'm Perry J. O'Halloran, director of True Lies Ltd, B2B Film Productions, and for almost 2 decades, I've seen firsthand where corporate videos can go wrong, and I've helped organizations just like yours to avoid these common pitfalls so that the final product looks, feels, and contains everything that it should for your audience. Keep watching, because I'm about to save you a lot of headaches. So before we dive in, give this video a like and then press the subscribe button. That'll make sure that I can keep bringing you all of this advice and experience to help you and your colleagues create better, more professional videos. All right, let's get on with it. Let's start with mistake number 1, poor planning. Now, believe me, skipping the planning phase or rushing through it entirely can lead to so many problems later down the line. I've seen businesses that just want to wing it, convinced that they'll figure it out on the day of the shoot. It will be all right on the night. Well, usually it isn't, and you just end up stuck there all night, if anything. So without a clear plan, things get chaotic quite quickly. You'll run out of time, key shots will be missing, or worse, you'll end up with a final video that doesn't deliver your message effectively at all. And then what was the point? True Lies can help you to avoid all of that, and here's how. Before you start filming, take the time to map everything out. Let's define your organization's goals for the video. What message are you trying to convey? Once we know that, we can create a shot list and storyboard the entire thing so that we all agree on exactly what needs to be filmed. That just gets us all on the same page. Then we'll schedule your shoot. We'll factor in the time for the setup, the preparation, multiple takes, and even the tea breaks. But most importantly, in doing all of this, we'll get everyone onto the same page and make sure that everyone involved understands their role and what needs to happen on the day. Wow, it almost sounds enjoyable. Mistake number 2, underestimating time and rushing the process. Plenty of organizations think that they can knock out a high quality corporate video in just a couple of hours. But the truth is, a great video takes time. Time to set up, time to film multiple takes, time to edit. And if you rush, you'll end up with a video that looks rushed, with poor lighting, poor sound, poor, awkward, uncomfortable performances with messages that are just all over the place. It happens. How to avoid it? First, we build plenty of time into the schedule. It depends on the production, of course, but that might only be a day or 2 out of your week. Next, be patient with the process. Whether it's getting the lighting spot on or redoing takes until they're just what we need, it's best that we allow proper time for the crew to do their job and enough comfort for you to do yours. And remember, the goal isn't to just finish quickly and get off home as soon as we can. Absolutely not. It's to create a high quality video that reflects your organization in the best possible light. In fact, the better the preparation, the smoother the actual filming day goes, and that only ever saves you time in the long run. Mistake number 3, DIY production and why it's so risky. Going the DIY route without professional help is understandable. Production isn't cheap. Everyone wants to save money, and with today's technology, it can be really tempting to just use a phone or an in-house resource to do the job. But here's the thing. While DIY can work for something quick, low stakes, and unimportant, producing a professional film is a whole different ballgame. So don't risk poor lighting, bad audio, awkward framing, unreliable devices, cables, or apps. They can make even the best company look bad, to be honest. A dodgy video with muffled sound isn't going to inspire confidence in your business. It could even turn potential clients the other way. So what do we do about this? Well, invest in professional expert help. You don't need a Hollywood budget, but having a crew that understands lighting, sound, and framing will take your video to a level that DIY simply can't achieve. And if you're serious about showcasing your organization in the best possible way, trust the experts who know how to make you look good and sound good. We're right here. We just want to make you look great, and we can do it for you. Anyway, you wouldn't perform surgery on your own foot, so why put your business and your colleagues through the same ordeal? Mistake number 4, unrealistic expectations. In times like these, it's normal for some businesses to come into a shoot thinking that their video is going to go viral overnight, or that they can get a Hollywood production on a less than realistic budget. And while it's great to aim as high as possible, we need to set realistic goals for what your video can accomplish. So let's be clear on your objectives. If your goal is to educate, inform, or update the people who are watching, frame your expectations and your intentions around exactly that. It's best to set a realistic budget. You don't need millions of dollars to produce a great video, but it's important to know that quality does cost money, especially if you want something properly polished and professional, preferably. Also, be realistic about the timeline. I've said this before, but it's common to assume that a super quick shoot and turnaround are easy to achieve, but good editing takes time. Give your production company the space they need to craft a beautiful final product, and you will be so excited to see what they create for you. Something else I've said before, trust them. The production team are on your team. So align your goals, your budget, and your timeline, and you'll come out of the whole process satisfied with the final video, and your audience will feel the same way. Mistake number 5, neglecting post-production. Now, it's easy to assume that once filming is over, the hard work is done. Well, post-production is where your video really comes to life, with the editing of the footage, the music, adjusting the color, and making sure the sound is perfect. This critical part of the process should never be rushed. We can avoid that by allowing enough time for the edit. Good editing doesn't happen overnight, and anyone who tells you that it does not have your project or their own well-being as a priority. Let the magic happen. Taking the proper time to piece it all together and then fix anything that needs fixing is the secret ingredient of that professional polish. But don't forget, you can also provide feedback during this part of the process. So as the client, you should absolutely be a part of any reviews on what's been cut, and a good production company will prepare a rough cut for you to see as soon as it's ready. So be sure to watch, review, and make any suggestions that you feel will benefit this. Let's not forget to trust your production team. It's always worth saying again. They've chosen to go on this exciting adventure with you, and more than anyone, they want the final piece to be just as amazing as you do. So trust them. They're cool. Ultimately, great post-production can elevate a decent video to an excellent one. So make sure you're giving this stage the attention it really deserves. And there we go. 5 common mistakes in corporate films and how to avoid them. Whether it's rushing the process, giving it the old DIY, or having unrealistic expectations, these are all pitfalls that we've seen time and time again, and no one can be blamed for trying. But avoid them and you're just setting yourself up for success. Listen, if you found this video helpful, give it a like, whack the subscribe button, and I'll offer up some more tips on how to create professional, impactful videos for your organization. But don't be shy. Tell me in the comments, what's your biggest concern when it comes to making a video for your business or your organization, your brand, whatever it might be. Let me know and I'll offer some advice as best as I can. Thank you for watching. Get yourself a cup of tea and head over to truelieslimited.com now so that we can have a chat about that project you've been thinking of. I'll see you soon.